Hello everyone! In this video I want to talk about my mini pet project Just Skip It, which I developed and hope to continue developing to skip unwanted scenes in videos. The reason behind creating this project was a desire to get rid of the uninteresting episodes that, in my opinion, do not enhance the family movie collection. Initially, I tried editing the file using various methods, from video editing suites to batch scripts with FFmpeg, but this approach turned out to be not ideal because it irreparably damaged the original file. I wanted a more flexible solution that would allow non-invasive and fast modifications for censoring. In this implementation, I used the VLC media player and a Python utility that controls the player via its RC interface. Just Skip It is a utility that automatically skips predefined video segments during playback. You simply need to create a JSON configuration file with timecodes. After launching the utility, drag and drop the video file into the opened window, and the utility will start VLC and begin monitoring playback time. When it reaches a defined time marker, the utility will automatically jump to the moment specified in the JSON configuration. The operation of the program is shown in this diagram. Just Skip It takes two files: a configuration file that specifies the path to the VLC executable and RC interface settings, and a JSON configuration file with time markers which should be located in the same directory as the video file. Just Skip It controls playback in VLC via the RC interface. Let's take a brief look at the project architecture. The project folder contains main PY, a configuration file, readme, and requirements, as well as a source code folder and a docs folder. The docs folder contains a sample JSON file. The source code folder contains subfolders GUI, utils, and VLC. The GUI folder contains the app icon in PNG format and the video drop module responsible for the user interface. The utils folder contains a module for finding the JSON file and the validator. The VLC folder contains the launcher, which launches VLC and waits until its RC interface is available for connection, and the controller, which connects to VLC via socket and performs two main commands in a loop: getting the current time and seeking. For the utility to be able to control VLC, the remote control interface must be enabled in VLC. To do this, launch VLC. Go to Tools, Preferences, Show Settings All, Interface, Main Interfaces, and check the Remote Control Interface box. Then go to RC. Configure the host and port, usually localhost 4212. Save changes and close VLC. Then restart it to make sure the interface has been successfully enabled. Now let's proceed with setting up Just Skip It. First, clone the repository using the git clone command. Then install the necessary dependencies. They are already installed on my machine, but you should see the installation process. Now we need to configure the settings file. First, specify the path to the VLC executable. Next, set the RC interface connection settings, host and port, as well as the password if there is one. If not, leave the field empty. Next comes the timeout settings. RC check interval is how often the app checks VLC status in seconds, and RC connection timeout is the maximum wait time for connection, also in seconds. Now you need to create a JSON file for your video file. It's important that the JSON file be located in the same directory as the video file and have the same name. Now let's go over how to set up the JSON file. Starts with the version of the JSON config, followed by video info, file name and duration. Then comes the time segments, each represented as a dictionary. The first key is ID, which must be unique. Next is the name of the skipped segment. The keys trigger time and jump to time. When the playback time reaches trigger time, the utility seeks to jump to time. The enabled key defines whether this marker is active. If set to true, the segment will be skipped. If false, it will not. The loop segments key defines whether skips should trigger repeatedly. This is not fully implemented yet, same as show notifications, which is meant to display notifications when a skip occurs. Example, I want to skip from the start of the video to 58 seconds in. To do this, I create a JSON configuration file in the same directory as the video with the same name, and then edit the JSON config. I won't change the video info, only the time segments. Since I only need one skip segment, I can remove the second marker and change the time of the first marker to the desired values. Then I save the JSON file and launch Just Skip It. I drag the video file into the opened window. Click the Launch VLC button, and the skip worked successfully. The utility also creates a window with a button that lets you close the utility. Future plans. Built-in JSON editor. To avoid creating files manually, a timecode editor could be added to the interface. Notifications. Implemented pop-up notifications for skipped segments. Show notifications in the config is a placeholder for this. Cross-platform support. The utility was tested on Windows, but I plan to test it on Linux on a Raspberry Pi. Online timecode database. If users show interest, create an online database where they can share already made configs for popular movies and shows. Just Keep It was a great exercise for me in writing a multi-component utility and working with third-party applications. The project solved my initial problem and turned out to be quite usable. I'd be happy if someone finds it useful or interesting. I'll leave a link to the GitHub repository in the video description. I'm open to suggestions for improvement as I intend to keep developing the project. That's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.